Hi everybody, and welcome to Traveling with Russell, and welcome to a new video here in Moscow, Russia. Now, as you can see behind me, I'm at HeliRussia 2022, which is a helicopter convention. Yes, they have helicopter conventions around the world, and there's one in Moscow, Russia this weekend. So I've actually printed out my pass, Russell Otway Traveling with Russell Press. I've actually printed this out just last night on the color printer, and we're going to see if this will get me in to HeliRussia here in Moscow, here at the Caucasus Convention Center, as a helicopter just flies overhead. So let's go inside, and hopefully this will work. And supposedly I'm press, right? So let's go check it out. Now, right out the front here of HeliRussia, they have, of course, a helicopter parked up. Why not? This is actually one of the air ambulances, which is pretty neat. It's part of the kind of display that's sort of inside. And then what I really want to show you is around this other side here. As we see, lots of flags flying everywhere. You can fly your own helicopter here to the helicopter convention. Of course you can. It's a little bit hard to spot here, but they've basically cordoned off an entire car park. They've actually got the fire brigade on standby, of course. I think they've got a lot of precautions necessary for this. And then the helicopters can land here and you can attend the event. And then afterwards you can just fly on home. How simple is that? That's just very Russian, I think, that you'd fly your own helicopter here to a helicopter convention. Okay, so inside we go. Let's go through this main entrance here. Now, this convention center is very, very big, so it did take quite a while to find the eventual entrance because I came through another way. But right here is security, and we'll just pass on through and get out the other side. All right, and just like that, we're through the first security, no problems at all. And the first thing I am noticing is I'm a little bit underdressed for this event. I think I need a suit and a little bit of a cleanup. Here's some of the advertising right here for HeliRussia. Look at this. This is a drone helicopter. How cool is that one? And then we just need to go over here to the accreditation and pick up our press pass to go on inside. And just like that, after going to the counter here, of course, VIP, where else would I line up to get my pass? And here's the entrance. VIPs always get straight inside without any question at all. And look, I have my lanyard now. Look at that. Russell Otway Traveling with Russia Press. And there's a QR code on the back. And the entrance is just off in the distance to get inside. Okay everybody, I'm a little bit shaking here, so just thought I'd let you know that I got in through the turnstiles with my press pass, and we're going to go in and check out some of the helicopters. Yes, Traveling with Russell is at HeliRussia 2022, and we're going to go and have a look and see some cool helicopters, I hope. Let's go. Okay, so the first thing I want to point out is I'm incredibly underdressed. I'm probably the only person here in the entire place who's not in a blue suit. It seems to be the favorite color in Russia, these blue suits. So let's check it out. I'm the only person that looks not suit and tie, not well dressed, but there's helicopters. Who cares about all the rest of it? Let's check out this first helicopter here. How cool. And there's lots of people taking photos in front of helicopters, which is kind of neat. Not sure anybody is, but maybe they're official. But it looks pretty cool. Russian helicopters. And there's a ton of people hanging around here, so and I'm looked like the odd man out. But that's going to be the case for the entire video, I think. I guess there's more than just helicopters. There's some airplanes as well. And there's a little movie going on, which everybody's sort of waiting around for. And we can see some engines. Look at these helicopter engines right here. Okay, so as I'm walking around, I'm going to kind of piece this together a little bit all over the place. So I'm very sorry, but I've just come across this Russian helicopter display here where it's showing the drones. But check out this thing right here. This is like huge drone, like I don't know what sort of weight it can carry. I guess up to 200 kilos maybe. BAC 200. This thing is very, very cool, let me tell you. And then right behind, I think this is maybe the pride of the fleet here. Just looking at this model. And I think if anyone wants to know where all the money is in Russia right now, it's right here. There's another helicopter company on this side. I guess these are kind of like luxury helicopters, I don't know, but I guess if you want to beat the traffic, I guess that's what they're pointing out. And they've got some of these different types of helicopters over here. Check these out in the back. They've got 3 different types there. How cool. So as we walk around a bit further, basically it's kind of booths set up by the different companies. And then they're kind of demonstrating their helicopters. And I guess this is like a takeoff kind of a helicopter pad. I don't know what you would call it, but I guess it's built for all terrain, and you don't have to basically build anything permanent. But there's, oh, check out these drones. Oh, check out the size of this thing. That is big, let me tell you. And there's another one over here, Clever Copters. I guess these are kind of somewhere between a drone and a helicopter, I'm not sure, but obviously they're unmanned, but they're definitely big. And here's more drones. Now, how big is this one as well? Check this thing out. This is pretty impressive, let me tell you. These are drone engineering, so I guess they're using them for, it's like maybe for satellite imaging of ground and territory. But they're, it's pretty impressive. Look at the computer fans right on the side here. Then kind of around the back of the convention here, there's some smaller booths. And I'm not sure what the reference is to helicopters, but these ladies selling belts here. So I guess maybe pilots' belts, I'm not sure. And then I guess these are kind of aviation glasses and different things like that. So it's kind of interesting. Maybe this is pilot food or just snacks, I'm not sure, but it's kind of interesting to see like the gift shop part of the convention. These guys have different ornaments. This is kind of neat. This is from brass? All brass, yeah? Nice. Wow. I think no helicopter convention is complete without seeing knives on show. Every helicopter pilot must have a knife, I think. Must be like a mandatory additional equipment. Gone are the days of safety going through the security at the airport. You get yourself a knife. Look at all these different cups here. These are pretty neat. These are very similar to the ones that they have on the railways in Russia too. So I wonder maybe that's the reference of these. The silver and brass ones. It's pretty cool. And some hip flasks at the back there. But yeah, when you go on the Russian railways, they have these in the canteens on board. That's kind of neat. And here's some more gift shops. This one is selling supplements and dried fruits. And over here they've got honey, it looks like, and some cured meat. I think this is bear meat, I think. I'm not too sure, but definitely honey here. We've seen this before at different markets that we've been to, but this is pretty neat. At a helicopter convention. Over here is a really cool stand. The guy's got different lapel pins signifying the different planes and helicopters over the years. These are very neat. They're, so you can basically get the different models of planes. And there's some pretty neat books here as well. This guy's doing a great job with his pin collection. It's very cool. So basically all the different models over the years and over the history of Russian aviation. We also have the different types of pilot seats for the helicopters as well. And there's some demonstration models here so you can see which kind of finish you want on your helicopter seat. And there's even some old movies running here showing the manufacturing of the pilot's gear, the flight suits, which is pretty neat. And here is Ural Helicom. I guess they make, I guess these are more like personal helicopters, I guess you'd call them. But there's a couple of different models here. And then people just talking about helicopters. It seems to be the thing to do today. Check out this orange one right here. This is pretty neat. Raven 1 R44. I'm not too sure what that references, but it sounds pretty cool. There's, each one's actually got one of these kind of information boards in front, so I guess it tells you some of the statistics. But there's not a single thing in English here today, so I'll just have to guess whatever I'm reading. And there's some pretty neat drones here again. These are, I don't know what they're doing, but they look pretty cool. And there's an octocopter here as well. Check this one out. How neat is that? Octocopter, I think it's with 8 wings, I think it's called. Not as many people sort of here, but just the lady talking about it and then checking it out. There's a really neat exhibition here of Aeromax. Now these guys have got basically drone or autonomous helicopters. Check out these things. This is the SH3000. Now this is obviously maybe the model of the thing behind it here. Have a look at this bad boy right at the back here. This thing is big. And this is basically a robotic helicopter of some kind. And it's kind of neat. It comes with the complimentary lady as well with it. So you get the helicopter and the lady included. So that's always good. And then there's some, I guess, pretty big bosses here doing some deals for helicopters. I'm not too sure, but it's very neat. SH750. Check out this thing right here. These are pretty impressive pieces of kit, let me tell you. Wow. Then I imagine for these helicopters that these are the cameras that attach onto these different models. There's some pretty fancy cameras here. Check out these things. I guess in some form these are the add-ons to the helicopter in the back there. I mean, this is a full-size helicopter, but it's essentially autonomous or a drone-style helicopter. So I guess this is the technology of the future where we don't need to go in a helicopter anymore. And here's another one here. You can kind of see these guys standing next to it just for size comparison. This is basically the ultimate boy's toy, I guess you'd call it. It's a very cool remote control helicopter. Whatever they're doing with it, I don't know. Maybe I don't want to know what they're doing with it, but have a look here. This must be the maybe the controls for it. I'm not too sure, but it's very neat. A lot of guys just talking helicopters all day today. So here at the helicopter convention, they even have Yamaguchi massage chairs, which seem a little bit out of place here at a helicopter convention, but I guess, you know, for the uber rich and the people that are, you know, already have their helicopter already organized and booked, you come in here and get yourself a, I don't know, ultimate massage chair, I guess. Here's a few more models of helicopter as well. This one's a Citycopter. So maybe this is maybe used, obviously, in the city. I'm not too sure, but there's different types of these. There's like a 4-seater one right here, and then there's a whole lot of people hanging around over here as well. There's some pretty neat, I guess these are kind of personal helicopters in some form. I'm not too sure, but They even show you what your airfield can look like if you want to build your own helicopter airfield. That's pretty neat. Right out here in the car park, they have helicopters coming and going as well. Right, so some of the companies actually are taking their clients, it's very loud, on like joy flights up and down the, I guess the area here, the region. So how cool. So this exhibition's not just about commercial helicopters, also military as well. And have a look at these bad boys right here. They're kind of giving you a bit of an idea of what you can buy or acquire. I imagine that they're focusing on selling these to other countries, not just for use in Russia, but these things are pretty neat. And there's kind of a video running here that's sort of showing you what they're capable of, and their logistics of them, I guess. But have a look at these rockets on the side here. Come on. And they show them sort of landing on regional airfields. It's very neat. And then if you want to sit down and buy yourself one, they've got the salesman right over there. So these guys over here are focusing on helicopters for offshore oil rigs. So they've actually got kind of landing platforms on supply boats, I guess they are, for oil rigs or gas platforms. And they're kind of showing you the different techniques they use for, I guess, for landing the helicopters, or not too sure exactly, but it's pretty neat whatever they're doing. And there's even a simulator here as well, so you can have a play. Oh, let's see if we can get around the other side and check this out a little bit closer. So we can have a go at flying a helicopter if we want to. Have a look at all the buttons. And where do you put the CDs for the radio? I wonder. There's not even the button for the radio stations. So I'm fairly sure that this company is a helicopter engine manufacturer. Just looking at this, but I'm not too sure. But there's a guy here with a super fancy camera doing some super fancy zooming in on an engine. So meanwhile, I'm just here doing my my vlogs showing what we see. There's some pretty neat kind of builds here showing the different helicopter parts. Man, if I wanted to know anything about helicopters, I'm in the right place. I must admit, for a helicopter convention, they have some pretty impressive kind of booths here. And they're showing here the these drone or these autonomous planes that are possible. And then they've got all the different parts and different things that they must sell and manufacture, I imagine. This looks like radio equipment of some kind, I think. But yeah, that video screen alone is pretty impressive. Now this is very cool. These are the these autonomous planes. It's very, very neat. And actually the one over here, these guys are helicopter repair and maintenance companies. So basically you can use a company to come and clean and service your helicopter. That's what if I owned one, that's what I'd do. I'd have someone come out and sort of clean the seats for me and, you know, polish the woodwork. And here's the fancy van that they come in. And here we see some custom helicopters here where they've had a pretty neat paint job put on the side. These are personal helicopters that people would own, particularly out on the far east of Russia. But if you want to go see bears, get yourself a helicopter and you'll be good to go. There's actually a few different options here and a few different colors. So yeah, you just have to choose what color you like and they'll deliver it. And just in case you need any fittings for your helicopter, these guys have all the different, I guess, pipes and valves and different things. This looks like just a shop where you can just buy the spare parts for your helicopter. It's pretty impressive. They've got all sorts of stuff on display here. I'm sure they're probably like world leading manufacturer of them, I'm sure, but I'm not too sure looking at what it is. And have a look at this. This is a, I guess, flying rig that you can buy or acquire. This is pretty cool. I wonder if this is the 49-inch ultra wide panel on the screen here. It's pretty impressive. This is the ultimate boy's toy right here. I'm sure girls fly them as well from time to time, but check that out. And here's another different kiosk right here. These guys have got remote weather stations, which is very cool. And then they've actually got a map here showing real-time information about the weather. I guess all over, well, the western part of Russia anyway. That's pretty neat. Have a look at these. They've got some kind of examples of them set up around Russia, sort of on top of the highways and then up in the mountains. That's very cool. And over here is another helicopter. Of course, helicopters everywhere. But this is pretty impressive. They've kind of got it all set up so you can have a good look at it. You can get inside, you can sit down. I guess you can, I don't know, pretend you're flying it. But that's pretty neat. Alright, and I've come across this really neat helicopter here in the back corner with Russian flags everywhere. And there's these guys from Thailand. How would you be? Guys from Thailand here checking out helicopters. Oh, now I'm stuck for words. I just chatted to them beforehand and I got stuck what to say. So, and the guy recognized me from YouTube somehow. I guess maybe he's watching like English channels in Russia here. So, and there's lots of people taking photos. Then here's another, I guess, parts manufacturer of some kind. These look like radiators, I think, for the helicopters. So that's kind of pretty neat to see. That you can buy just the different spare parts. It's not too sure how many people come shopping for radiators for helicopters at a helicopter convention, but I guess they're popular. And then I think by far this is the biggest display here. This Aurus design. It's pretty impressive. And then they've actually got this I guess autonomous helicopter or a drone helicopter, I guess they call them. I'm not sure, but that's a pretty neat machine, whatever you'd use it for or wherever you'd fly. Some pretty neat videos running here too of the kind of uses for these helicopters and how they use them out on the field over the years. Actually, just the videos are pretty impressive, and then this thing right here is just silly. This is kind of the, I guess, the luxury of all helicopters. And there's a ton of people just sort of hanging around here. Everybody in suits. Again, these blue suits seem to be the order of the day. Just walking around. I think I'm the only person in the whole place without a suit on. But it's okay. But I think this is, if you want to know where all the money is in Russia today, it's at this helicopter convention. There's plenty of people well dressed and looking well organized. I guess doing the meet and greets and trying to buy and sell some helicopters, I guess. That's the best way I could think about it. It's pretty neat to see so many people, I guess, networking, I guess you'd call it, at a helicopter convention. Now, I've always wondered where that shop is to buy windsocks for my airfield, and I think I found it here in HeliRussia. These guys have the different windsocks, then the weather stations, and then even all the different landing lights and everything for your helicopter landing pad, I guess you would call it. I guess you could put it on top of your building or wherever you might want to do that. This is all set up right here. Another thing they've got displayed here is the refueling trucks. So yeah, if you need a refueling truck for your heliport, they have them on display right here. This is pretty cool. I mean, I always wondered where you'd buy these from, so I never saw them on Avito for sale, so I guess right here they've got them. And there's even the remote, what do you call this, like remote refueling right here. Oh, all the different trucks on the back here. Check all these out. Yeah, just in case I'm going to build myself a heliport and put together a airfield. So I probably walked around for the last 45 minutes, and this guy's still filming the one engine, so he must really, really want that one shot. It's, yeah, there's plenty of media here, and I guess I'm now part of it, so. And I guess seeing helicopter engines is a big, big exciting thing. I guess I didn't really realize how big it was in Russia. Okay everybody, so I've had my walk around HeliRussia. We've checked out all the helicopters. We've checked out all the different exhibits. I hope you've enjoyed this. Traveling with Russell. I've got my own press pass. How fancy is that? Here in Moscow. Now if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if you like this kind of vlog. It's a little bit different to what I normally do walking around in Moscow, so thanks everybody. Again, I'm a little bit underdressed here. Everybody's got suits on. It looks like everyone's waiting to go to a wedding or something, I think. I'm not too sure. Maybe there's something happening that I don't know about, or they're waiting for someone famous to come out from behind the curtain. So, thanks everybody. Thanks for traveling with Russell. Thanks for coming to HeliRussia 2022 with me. And I'll see you in another video. Bye everybody. Bye.